Hello and welcome to another episode of Music Recommendations. I'm Jack from Tilleys Music Guidance, and today we've got some really amazing songs. We've got some great amazing songs today. Some of them are handpicked by me because some of these songs actually appear in my top 10 songs of all time. I absolutely love the songs that I've picked today. So let's get on with the show. My first recommendation is a band called Trementina, and the song is called Hazy Youth. Now this amazing shoegaze song pays tribute to the early 90s with the likes of My Bloody Valentine and the American Run Machine, especially Sonic Youth and Dinosaur Jr. What I love about the song is how it uses two different compositions to make this track absolutely amazing. It starts off by having this beautiful Dreampop sound. It's hazy, it's soft, and all of a sudden it kicks in with a completely different style, and it brings a whole twist to the sound of the song, which is quite reminiscent to Feel the Pain by Dinosaur Jr. Guitar riff, which is reminiscent to early 90s sounding of Sonic Youth. The song is brilliant. It just has a perfect blend to it, and it's just a great tune to listen to. The next track I'm recommending is Pinkshinyultrablast, and the song is called Hanging Gardens. Now, what a name for a band, Pinkshinyultrablast. Wow. This is a Russian band, and as I said a few episodes ago, there are some absolute great bands coming out of Russia at the moment, and the indie scene in Russia is just great. So this song, especially this band, really stick out for me at the moment. The opening song is really catchy. The vocals are high-pitched and quite reminiscent to the Crocodile twins. The vocals just absolutely work perfectly and blends really nicely in with the synthesizer sounds. You hear the synthesizer instrumental halfway through it, and it turns the song into something absolutely brilliant. Feels like a complete dreamlike sequence. It's a real happy, feel-good song, so check it out. The next song is a song I absolutely adore, and when I said at the start of the episode that some of the songs that appear in my top 10 songs of all time, this is one of them. The song is called Wash Over Us, and the band is called The Fresh and Owned. The song has hazy, jangly guitar sounds to it, and you'll hear them throughout the whole of the song. Its deep, moody lyrics take you through a surreal journey. The mood changes when we get into the main chorus of the song. The keyboards soften the pace of the song, and when the guitar riff comes in with that jangly sound, it just picks you up and takes you on a complete adventure. And then what happens is, towards the end of the song, when the instrumental comes in that leads us into the outro, it is just wow. Almost hypnotic. The riff takes us out into a really haunting sound, and the vocals are really softly sung in the background. It's a perfect, moody bluesy song that crosses into the shoegaze effect, taking us away into a sea of tranquility. Another song that I really recommend is a song I absolutely love, and it's by a band called Crocodiles, and the song is called Sleep Forever. Now, this shoegaze beauty of a song is a beautiful sounding song. It's hazy, summery feel, really has a feel-good sound to the song. It's like a hypnotic fog from start to end of the song. It makes you feel absolutely refreshed and tranquil when you listen to it. A beautiful blend of Dreampop, shoegaze and 60s girl group influences makes this track absolutely irresistible to listen to. Once again in my top 10 songs of all time, and this is by a band called Deerhunter, and the song is called Desire Lines. Now, if there's one song I have to recommend to you, it's Desire Lines. Oh, this song is just amazing. Once again, like Wash Over Us, it's split into two compositions. You've got the main song that lasts about 2.5 to 3 minutes, and then a 3.5 minute outro, which is just an amazing sound, which you totally drift away and lose yourself to. It's just amazing from as soon as you press play and then as soon as the song finishes. The outro of the song comes in with a hazy, jangly, hypnotic guitar effect, which takes us away. It lasts 3 minutes and 44 seconds, and that's how great the intro sounds. You just almost lose yourself and forget that you were listening to this track. When you listen to the outro, it's like you never ever want the song to end. You just want it to keep playing and playing and playing, and that's something I love about music. It's a song that if you never want it to end, you play it again and keep listening to it, and you never ever get bored of the song. This song for me is an absolute songgasm. Yeah, I said it, it's a songgasm. It's absolutely amazing. I can't stop playing it. I love the song that much. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. Desire Lines, Deerhunter. The next song that I recommend is by a female singer called Hazy, and the song is called Kismet. Now, I adore this song. I think it's absolutely great. I heard it a few years back and I've never stopped playing it ever since I first heard it. I think it's an underrated gem and I really wish this song was more popular than it actually is. The song, when you listen to the lyrics of the song, the lyrics are heart-wrenching, lovable, really disappointed from the view of the singer. Because it really reminds, it really tells the listener about the disappointments throughout life. There's some absolute brilliant lyrics that really stand out in the whole song. Like, I was impossible when I was beautiful, and another great line from the song was, cartoon deaths just don't seem as fun. And that's great. It's a real great lyric to actually hear.
Crying at the kitchen sink, and when did I bury my dreams of running? I was impossible when I was beautiful. Now I'm the Kismet killing there beside you.
Just takes the song to a completely new limit. It just gives it just gives the song an extra lift and just turns it into an absolute pure gem of a song. I just absolutely love this song, and it's a real proper heartbreaker of a rock song. I have an exclusive today. We have an interview with a new band. They're a 5-piece from Manchester and they're called Sentient Robot. Now, Sentient Robot have just released their newest single called From the Outset. The track is offering indie synthpop, and the band to and fro between 80s influence such as Talking Heads, David Bowie, and more up-to-date artists like LCD Sound System, War on Drugs. The band also draw influence on R.E.M. The song offers reminiscent sounds from the late 80s with a sweet synth sound, bringing the past up to date with a complete refreshing sound. A sweet glockenspiel was chucked in as well, which really adds to the warmth, the warm, comforting sounds of the song. The song is really catchy, cheerful and buoyant. Here is their newest single, From the Outset.
Kill for the scourge, and then father's fell to end in a closing scene. No cliff to hang from here. It's a curious time. It's a furious path to climb. It's a testing weight. There's no more wasting time. And from the outset of his plan, he seems to know where he was going. He never wanted to see this.
I took time out to speak to the band recently, and this is the interview with Sentient Robot.
Hi, I'm Nat, and
Hey, you're right. I'm Steve.
this is Tilleys Music Guidance.
Hi guys, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming onto the show today. Just asking a few questions, just to get to know the band and look at your influences and how you came to where you are today. So let's go with the first question. How would you describe your music to people who have never heard your sound before?
It's more like a cross between Bowie, LCD Sound System, and Haim. That's how I kind of hear it, really.
I mean, to me, I think that there's a lot of sort of, well, especially from my point of view, sort of mid-80s kind of David Bowie, kind of Scary Monsters, Let's Dance kind of period. And then Talking Heads, similar kind of Little Creatures kind of stuff, but then updated a bit. People always come up with genres for you, aren't they? And I sort of hear like indie pop, synth pop, dream pop.
Dream, yeah.
It's a new dream pop. And then we got some more, indie rock kind of influences in there, like War on the Drugs and
yeah, of course.
Different things like that. But yeah, bit of field music.
Yeah, definitely field music, War on Drugs, Robin, bizarrely of all. You might not hear it. I do. Love Robin. Yeah, LCD Sound System, Haim, War on Drugs, Bowie, Talking Heads, bit of the Smiths. That's it, really. I think just trying to. It's a musical soup of all those.
It's soup
ingredients.
Soupy green pop.
If you could describe your latest work in 3 words, what would it be?
3 words.
Ooh.
3, 2, 1, go.
Snap, crackle, and pop.
Snap, crackle, and pop. It's your first answer.
Where has growing up from where you come from influenced your sound?
Both as sort of country boys outside the city.
Country boys, yeah, country bumpkins. I grew up in a town, it's just outside of Manchester, called Glossop, kind of in between Manchester and Sheffield. So it's an old Victorian town. It was always kind of blues music and like blues Sunday jams in Glossop. Like Stevie Ray Vaughan was always a big influence. I'm as a guitar player, but it was always the same kind of stuff every week, and it just never really kind of inspired me enough. So I just didn't. I just kind of looked beyond the Pennines to see what else was out there. So I go into Manchester regularly. Just me and my brother would go in to try and find records or bands, predominantly American bands. Really, there was always like a fantasy, like sort of. It always just seems this mythical place, for a kid growing up in middle of nowhere. What about yourself, Nathaniel?
Rochdale lad, originally, just outside Manchester. People were into rock bands, and they're American rock bands.
Yeah.
And there was a bit of sort of like, first wave of Manchester bands had happened in the late 80s. Yeah. I think when I was much younger, it was all 60s music and soul, and going through my mum and dad's record collection, just finding, Rubber Soul and Sergeant Pepper's. Second wave of Manchester music happened just about the right time for me. I was about 14 or 15, and Oasis happened, and I was just sort of forming my first bands with friends. So it made it like something that we could take it out of the bedroom, sort of practicing in each other's houses, and actually bring it into the playing in your 6th form centre or 5th form centre for people. Yeah. You can't sort of grow up and sort of go and play in bands around Manchester and not be slightly influenced by the music and almost be sort of like restricted by the bands that made it as well. Yeah. So everyone expected a band that came out of Manchester to be like Stone Roses, Oasis, Northern Uproar, in the 90s.
What are your plans for the future?
What are your plans for the future? The remainder of 2020? No, for 2021, 2022.
Oh, man.
When can we start life again?
Okay, so plans for the future. I mean, at the moment, it's really frustrating for all of us as musicians and as anyone who works in the creative arts and in the kind of creative field, as it were. But it'd be good once this is all sorted out and sort of settled down, that we'll hopefully be able to go and do some shows and just take what we've been working on and perform it live, and take it, just go and do some gigs and go and perform it.
It is quite a hard question, this, because I mean, basically, we've had most of this project has been in the studio.
Yeah.
We've not been a group of people that have all got in a practice room. Until we had a collection of songs together, we haven't done that, and we just sort of took it out on a it's just to test it out for a gig in Manchester at the end of last year. Despite it sort of like being your first show, we enjoyed sort of doing it and wanted to do more this year.
It was
instead found ourselves just like stuck, so let's just release a couple of singles and build the interest. I think we've got songs that we're working on, and
because
I think we'll be aiming to get those finished in a sort of like EP out sometime, maybe towards the end of the year.
Guys, thank you so much for appearing on the show. I really, really appreciate you taking time out, and I really enjoyed that. Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining me, Nat O'Brien, talking to you, Steve Marsden, for Tilleys Music Guidance.
Cheers, Tilly.
I look forward to hopefully welcoming you on the show in the future, and best of luck with your new material.
Hello, my name is Martha. I'm from the band Weekend Lovers. You're watching Tilleys Music Guide.
Thanks for that great introduction from Marta from Weekend Lovers. Now, I interviewed the band back in June, and if you want to check out that interview, then go to my website. It's www.tilleysmusicguidance.co.uk. When you listen to the music straight away, you start to get elements of the Pixies thrown in with the Breeders, and the lead vocals has a sweet yet sharp sound to them, which is reminiscent of Kate Jackson from the Long Blondes, or Tracy Ann Campbell from one of my favourites, Camera Obscura. And you also get a touch of Christy McVeigh from Fleetwood Mac. Now, to be linked with them three artists straight away, you know that this is going to be a great sounding song. Their new single called Larvae Love, and I've just and I recently caught up with Marta from the band, and we just discussed the song. Now, when I spoke to her, she said that she wanted a more popular song for the album. She'd recently watched a documentary on Linda Ronstadt, and she was inspired by her melodious but aggressive vocals. The song is a tale of a lost and bratty summer love. The almosts and the addictions, the unavailable emotional places of late romance that never rain into soothing monsoons, but crackle and ignite fun and fire sometimes, until ultimately breaking your heart. So check out the song. I hope you enjoy it. I definitely did. This is Weekend Lovers and Larvae Love. I just wanted to say a massive, massive, massive thank you to my friends Diga. You would remember them from episode 2 where they had an introduction to their song Ghosts of the Deep, and I want to thank them for providing me with my very own theme tune. So from the start of the show you might have recognised that the music's a bit different for the intro, and they've done created my own theme tune, so I've got nothing but a massive thanks to Diga. So thank you so much, I really appreciate it and I absolutely love it, so thank you so much. That's it for today's show. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, like my shows, and obviously check out all my other videos that are available on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care.